The full moon in Aquarius coming up on August 9th is about to be a wild perspective shift and change that is gonna last for kind of an entire week. We have in our aspects that day both a kite and a castle, asking us to fly high in the sky and understand mysticism. There could be some prophecies coming in. Not to mention, it's an Aquarius full moon ruled partially by Uranus, which has to do with prophecy. What messages have you been waiting on? Pick up the call because they're about to be there. We are also going to be asked to be very grounded with the truth of reality while this big mystical picture is going on. The truth that's being revealed is meant to help you start a new chapter while simultaneously saying goodbye to the old one. It's going to be both. Well, when is it not both? You know, the Fool card is the ending and the beginning at the same time. This the full moon, oh my goodness, this full moon, we are a fool. Oh boy. You know, it's a pretty good general rule to just kind of always assume that you are a fool. We know stuff. We are specialized in things. We have studied. And also, God, yeah, I'm a fool. What, compared to the gods, thousands of years old? Compared to the primordial beings here before the earth? Tiny little me? Yeah, call me a fool then. I'm cool with it. It's fine. That's fine by me. Call me a fool. I will receive it. I accept it. I'll not leave it. That's great. So the Fool card coming up for this full moon in Aquarius, please just be prepared. Be prepared to receive some kind of mystical wisdom that you haven't ever even thought about before. That's gonna turn your life in some other direction that you haven't even thought of, that you couldn't think because nobody ever told you, because spirit wasn't ready to tell you yet, because you weren't supposed to know. But now you know. The other part of this is because Uranus and Aquarius have to do with prophecy, and we have Saturn and Neptune conjunct right now that definitely have to do with prophecy. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention. Pay attention. Write them down. Pay attention to the divination. Literally anything that you are like, wow, this is an important message. Make a record of it, okay? Next year we get into the Aquarius eclipses, and there is going to be some pretty big turns with Aquarius energy. Not to mention, we are still adjusting to the Pluto and Aquarius vibes. So we can also expect with this full moon, because Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius right now, we are getting out of some contracts and exchanges and figuring out the new ones. If you've been trying to figure out business stuff, inheritances, personal partnership, really anything Scorpio 8th house or Pluto related. If you've been asking for clarity around any of them, this full moon is going to let you know where it's at. And it's going to let you know where it's at kind of right now, but not really right now. It's going to let you know where you've been. Pluto is retrograde and Saturn's retrograde, which partially rules over Aquarius. So where you've been that you're not ever going to have to go to again. And then it's also going to let you know where in the future are you going? What is the prophecy of that? And then based on that, taking action right here, right now to get to that position. I think sometimes one of the most frustrating things for me on a personal level about Aquarius prophetic and Uranus prophetic messages, we don't get direction about what do I do right here and right now. Usually as a human with the spiritual relations that I have to figure that stuff out right here, right now. But they'll tell me big picture stuff. Oh, you know, in the future, you're going to be doing this, or you see this for yourself. Like, we're telling you the prophecies, and now you've got to figure out how to get there. That's one of my most frustrating things about Aquarius. What about the help right now? So you're just going to bind me up in years-long prophecies and not give me the direction right here? Don't you think that's a little weird? But, you know, sometimes that's how the primordial beings are, at least with me. They like to see me get creative, and the primordial beings, in my practice at least, are very, very creative energies. So Uranus and Aquarius, also the artist, the inventor, the creator, the rebeller, the defiant, you know, person. So, and the kite and the castle aspect of the chart is going to be lasting until around August 15th. So the full moon is August 9th, and then we have kind of this residual, whoa, energy until about August 15th, which is basically until the third quarter moon. So if you're expecting some big news, whether that be from the spirits or from something else, probably it's going to happen in this time frame. And it's probably going to happen in an unexpected way. It'll just have a lot to say. I don't know exactly what it's going to be for you. You could look at your 11th house, you could look at your Aquarius stuff, you could look at your Uranus, you could look at your Saturn, and you could look at anything that has to do with any of those pre-mentioned spaces. Also true. So gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up the brew that you do. I for sure will too. This is going to be a full moon that changes quite a lot. So just be prepared. You see the prophecies? Let's make some decisions. You going to go there or not? That's going to be something that we're asked to kind of sit with and make some decisions before we get to eclipse season in September. So you got what? Month? You got a month? You got a couple weeks? Oh boy. Yeah, here we are. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up the brew that you do. I for sure will too. We got this coming up. Yeah, you better betcha I'll be brewing and doing. That's for sure. And I'll talk to you soon. Also true.